10 seconds. Stand by.
Stand by.
Open animation is up.
25.
And we're on a graphic.
We are in day 35 of the budget battle as Governor Brown and the
We'll zoom out to 2 shot on 3 here in a moment.
continues to deal with the effects.
And we're zooming out.
Now the Senate is back in session in Springfield.
There they are.
A number of measures today, including
Duels are
that would
next.
authorize spending federal dollars that are held up
Duels.
because of the budget impasse.
We're on duels.
State House reporter Jordan Abadea live at the Capitol with the latest developments.
She's up.
Stacey and Maggie, the Senate just returned here a few minutes ago from their private party.
Going to VO
meeting.
next.
They're expected to debate that federal spending bill sometime soon in the next few minutes. But earlier today, Senator Andy Menard moved forward on a bill that's very important to the Springfield area. That bill would require the state museum to stay open. The passage of that bill out of committee today comes just one day ahead of the Committee of Forecasting and Accountability decision
will be
to decide whether or not the state museum should stay open. They will send that recommendation to Governor tomorrow, and Senator Menard says the state museum plays an important role throughout the state of Illinois.
We're on side, 21 seconds.
February, for the budget that the governor introduced, he fully funded the museum. The budget that the legislature passed to the governor fully funded the museum and all of its facilities across the state. So there's an agreement between the legislature and the executive branch that the museum should continue to operate.
Cute.
Closing down the state museum would save a little more than $4 million a year, but Menard says the economic
Camera one with Stacey will be
impact in the
next.
state is more valuable than that. Because the
Jordan is up.
is coming for the state museum. The Brown administration issued 94 layoff notices today, most of them for state museum employees. We'll have
Stand
more
by.
on those layoffs coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Live at the Capitol, Jordan Abadea, News Channel 20.
And we're on 1.
Today, 21 groups joined together at the Capitol to send out
VO is
a
next.
that without a budget in place, many of them will have to start closing their doors in the coming weeks.
6 minutes.
We're on
Groups
VO.
like the American Lung Association
Sot
and
will
the
be
Illinois
next.
Public Health Association provide services to thousands of people throughout the state. The coalition
Position C
of
for
human
Maggie.
services providers say a lot of the nonprofits have been operating
Start off with Maggie, and I'll
on
zoom out and show both of them, and then I'll zoom into Michelle. We're on side.
You have to show what her TOT is for a package.
And march slowly to their point of death. Now, I'm not trying to be melodramatic here. I'm just simply observing the agencies across the state that I'm familiar with, which is a multitude
Stand by.
of how they are attempting to survive and very close to death.
Most of the agencies at today's press conference
Camera 5 is
said that by
next.
September, people will start to feel the impact of closures when services are no longer available. Reopening facilities once they close could take months once the budget is passed.
And we're on 5.
National statistics show 1 in 5 high school athletes will get a concussion during their sport season. Now a
Stand
new
by to
law will
zoom.
help those who suffer from injury during the
And we're on a
school year.
zoom.
Michelle London joins us now with what this means for local athlete programs. Michelle.
Well, Maggie, the bill signed by Governor Brown
And zooming
yesterday
in.
is designed to ensure these athletes who suffer from concussion only have one thing to worry about passing
Package is
for
next.
recovery.
And we're on a pack.
Head football coach and athletic director at SHG, Lynn Leonard, is preparing for his team's first practice before the school year.
They expect that. That's what they expect. And get the kids to work hard and they start making them do.
Here at SHG, he's led his team to win 5 state championships. He says certified athletic trainers and doctors are at every game, so player injuries like concussions are among the least of his concerns.
Anytime a kid is hurt, or they suspect an injury or concussion, they check him, and it's up to them, not coaches, to allow them to play or not to play.
And thanks to a new law, schools across Illinois would be required to follow suit. Monday, Governor Raumer signed a bill that will require athletes who suffer concussions to get permission from their doctor before they can return to their sport and the classroom.
The doctors will say that they're good to return after the symptoms reside. What people don't understand is that students have a hard time sometimes when they go back into the classroom.
It's a new law that hits home for Senator Sue Braden.
I saw firsthand the difficulties that my son, who's an athlete,
Peru.
went through after his third concussion. We noticed that he was having difficulties in class after a month or so after.
Along with blurred vision, Braden says her son's symptoms included.
We'll be out to Michelle on 5 and Magova OTS on 2 for first weather. The anchors will talk over tower cam, and then it'll be Greg at the current TV.
It just makes sense to bring in a neurologist when they understand it better than anybody, and to have their input in making sure that we are returning our athletes as
Stand by.
safely as possible.
We're on 5.
Now, the new law will go into effect immediately for all elementary, middle, and high
Steiner.
schools across the state.
Stand by 2.
New
And we're on
information
2.
has been released on former Congressman Aaron Schaaf's campaign fund.
We're on
A new
VO.
financial report from the Federal Election Commission shows.
First weather will be next.
Contributed to Schaaf's Generation-Y fund between January and June of this year. Of those contributions, at least 3 Illinois businessmen were given refunds of $5,000 each. The report goes on to show $22,000 from that fund was transferred to the Schaaf for Congress campaign fund to rent an event facility, the 5-star hotel in Aspen, Colorado, back in May. Schaaf resigned in March amid questions about his spending.
Steiner, then tower cam. And we're on tower
A
cam.
decent day here in the capital city. As you can see, a few clouds as we look live at our tower cam, but rain could be on the way. Storm King Brennan Greg Trumbull has an update.
We're on 1.
Yeah, we actually had a little bit of rain move through some of our southern counties over the last couple of hours. It's just now just about out of the viewing area. Otherwise, we're dealing with a decent amount of clouds right now. As we get through the overnight tonight, we start to see a chance for more showers and thunderstorms, although it doesn't look like a great chance at this point. We had high temperatures today, basically around 80 degrees. 80 is where we top
It'll be
out.
L-Bam with Maggie, 5C, and then it's going to be a wide shot on 4 for Stacy, using both the right bam and center bam.
Increasing clouds through the overnight. After midnight into early tomorrow morning, we start to see a chance for showers and thunderstorms. Again, it's not a great chance. Overnight lows tonight in the middle 60s. Over the next few days, basically to finish the week, we will see decent chances for showers and thunderstorms. We'll take a look at the latest coming up in just a bit when we look at the Storm Team 7-day forecast.
Greg, thanks so much. An update now on.
And we're on 5.
This morning, the Braden Police Department
VO's
says
next.
after 6 hours of negotiations, the individual who locked himself in a hotel room has been killed.
We're on
Police say
VO.
that person was the suspect in an armed robbery at the Grand Pool Parties restaurant that took
Less
place
than 2
Monday
minutes.
night. Police received tips that the suspect was at the Days
Camera
Inn
4 will
hotel
be
in Grand
next.
Pool. When officers arrived on the scene, the individual barricaded himself in the hotel room. Over the course of the negotiations, the individual threatened to harm himself and others in the area. After failed negotiations, police deployed gas into the room and shot the suspect. He was taken to Park Hospital where he was pronounced dead.
Stand by
The
4.
incident remains under investigation.
And we're on 4.
Police have arrested the man they believe killed 17-year-old
Going to VO
Ron
next,
Keith
then we'll have the
his
same
home
wide
last
shot
week on
again.
South 23rd Street in Springfield. His older brother, 18-year-old Juan Kincaid, was arrested and charged with first-degree murder.
We're on
Police
VO.
believe Juan shot his younger brother in the head and stole cash and 12 pairs of shoes. Their mother found Juan dead in the living room of their home last Thursday. State's attorney John Milheiser commends the
Saad is
Springfield Police
next.
Department for their work in this case.
And we're on side.
Local law enforcement was doing a sweep, going around trying to identify those that are using guns in our neighborhood. And part of that process was to build a relationship with the community, to have them come forward if they have information.
Going to a mug
In
next.
this case, they did. There was information that was
Stand by.
critical and helpful in the investigation and identifying Juan Kincaid as the shooter in this case.
Juan made his first court appearance today. He
Coming
was
back to
in
4.
jail on $2 million bond. If convicted, he could face up to 60 years in prison.
And we're on
Right
4.
now, Christian County Sheriff's Office on the lookout
Going to a
for
mug
this
next.
man that they say was in a car chase last night with police when he got away on foot. The suspect, 24-year-old Donald Braden, who's the third of Mulberry Road. Police say they found
We're on a
him
mug.
on the Assumption Blacktop
Steiner and camera 6 will be
His
next.
last known cell phone position
Eric will reveal in the pod.
Route 29 and the 1600 North Road near Taylorville. Police say that this is about 5'11", 220 pounds. The sheriff's office is reminding people to keep their cars, house windows, and doors locked as they continue to search for him.
Steiner.
New at 5, the city
And
of
we're on
Springfield
6.
is hoping to save lives when
2
it
minutes,
comes
so
to
you're
fire
fine.
safety.
Stand by to
Springfield is
reveal.
partnering with the American Red Cross and the Springfield Fire Department to give out hundreds of smoke detectors to a section in Springfield where more fires are happening.
Revealed.
Channel 20's Eric Feldman has more on why these smoke detectors are definitely life-saving, but a little bit different. Here.
Go.
Maggie, in a fire, every
Maggie's clear.
second counts. A fire can double in size in less than a minute.
We're going to a
The Springfield
package
Fire
next.
Department says that smoke detectors are the best way to save lives. And as one local woman told me today, she believes a smoke detector saved her apartment and possibly her life.
And
In
back.
the middle of the night in late July, Adriana Stevenson said she found out what can happen during a fire in her 6th Street apartment when her smoke detector went off.
It gets louder and we hear people screaming and we hear people beating on our door and knocking and we smell smoke. So we open the door and everybody's kind of like, get out the building, it's a fire, it's a fire.
An apartment
This package is a minute and a
up in
half.
flames.
After Eric's done, we'll have a live bump for T's one.
So the first thing that came to my mind is, okay, I have less than 2 minutes, I need to get my baby and I need to get out of here. And that's what I did.
Her apartment safe, thanks to that beeping sound.
Had we not heard them, we probably would have still been in the building and the fire would have made it to my apartment.
This fall, the city of Springfield is partnering with the fire department and the American Red Cross to provide smoke detectors to families in Springfield, starting in these areas where the fire department says they see lots of fires and few smoke detectors.
The newer style detectors are good for
30
10 years.
seconds.
And they also have a 10-year battery pack, so they don't require any maintenance.
The fire department saying they hope these newer smoke detectors
About 30 till you're about.
requiring less work and capable of turning off the sound will save
15.
lives.
Light smoke, light haze, smoke detector goes off, we get out.
10 seconds.
The fire department called. It's a much better response, and we know that it saves lives and it saves lives.
Go.
Cue 'em.
So in contrast, the Springfield Fire Department says that this house here on the 600 block
Stand by.
of West
Live bump
Avenue,
is
there
next.
was a fire last week, and by the way, you can still smell the smoke. The smoke detectors inside were disabled. As a result, the Springfield Fire Department says that the occupants inside didn't have enough time to get out, and there were injuries as a result of the fire. They say that with this new program with smoke detectors that they're going to roll out in the fall, they hope that there are fewer situations like this where there are injuries or even death.
Stand by.
Reporting live in Springfield, Eric Feldman, News Channel 20.
Clear. You're up.
Bump is up.
Neighborhoods across the country are promoting police.
Stand by to roll your brake.
A look at how one Springfield community is taking part.
Roll your brake.
Clear. 2 minutes till our hit.
10 seconds.
Stand by.
Stand by. Light cam's up.
Memorial Medical Center Heart and
Stand by
Vascular
Stainer, stand by
Services Tower
3.
Cam, overlooking Lake Springfield.
Stainer.
And your cost.
And we're on 3.
Happening now, nearly 1 dozen
Duels
neighborhoods
are
around the capital
next.
city. They are promoting police community partnerships with.
Turning to camera 2, turning to camera 2.
Yeah, and it's all part of National Night Out, an annual campaign that strives to make our neighborhoods
Cam.
better
Turning
places
two.
to live. Well, the new Channel 20 cozy has us live on Livingston Street and details on tonight's.
Go.
She's up.
Maggie, Stacy, here in the
Maggie's
urban
clear.
neighborhood, there's a cookout, music, and even a bounce house for the kids. It's all to bring neighbors and police together. And joining me now is Officer Brian Henson of the Springfield Police Department. Now, Officer Henson, what is the goal of National Night Out?
National Night Out is an event that started
40
approximately
seconds.
in the 1980s, and it's a way for law enforcement and the community to get together and come together in a light that normally isn't like how we would do it. So it's a way to talk and express concerns and stuff
About
like
30
that.
till you're about.
It's done now in approximately all of the 50 states, and today we probably have 10 events similar to this in Springfield alone.
Why is this event so important?
It's a good
I'm
way
gonna start going to full
get
screens.
together,
Full screens are up.
amongst themselves and also with law enforcement. It shows us in a different light. It's not
Last
us
question,
in a
Lindsay. Go ahead,
car,
Brad, after this.
us enforcing the laws. It's us having a cookout with the neighbors and stuff like that.
Thank you so much. Now, coming up on News Channel 20 at 6, hear from the Neighborhood
We're on router 1.
Association on how this event helps make the
Stand by router 2.
Live in Springfield, Lindsay Hess, News Channel 20 at 5.
You're up. You're clear. Thanks, Lindsay, for keeping that short. Sorry about that.
The first annual Bites of the Boulevard going on at District
Cheese is
23
next.
parking lot on MacArthur Boulevard in in Springfield. Lots of people there just kicked off moments ago as part of National Night Out. It features food trucks, wine tents, and a mobile clothing store. The event ends at 9 p.m., so make sure to head out there. We'll still ahead tonight at 5, it's National Night Out.
Stand by to roll a break.
This week, and a local hospital getting recognized for their efforts. Coming up, how you can become an organ donor.
Roll your break.